Hey, folks, welcome to a new-ish series on the Mysterious JG, and we're going to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and the Damned. So I just finished Grand Theft Auto 4 Vanilla, and I was kind of asking in the last few videos, hey, what do you guys think I should do? Should I jump straight into the DLC, or should I step away from GTA 4 for a while and come back to it later? And there was two schools of thoughts in the comments. One of them, the logical point they made was, "Hey, you should stick with it, because you've kind of got the controls down. The longer you step away from it, the more time it'll take you to get back in the swing of how the game plays." And that was logical. Then a good point was made on the other argument. Somebody said, "I think you should play one of some of your Christmas loot, something you got for Christmas." Because I was wrapping this game up in late January here. Play one of the games you got for Christmas, because the longer you wait to get to that, the less excited you'll be about it, and that is true. That is absolutely true. A couple years ago, Bean and Bobo got me Final Fantasy, I want to say 15, whichever one is the most recent non MMORPG one. The one that's about like four guys driving around a desert in a car. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna let's play this, and then I didn't let's play it, and it's been years, and it's still sitting around waiting to be played. And then the other game that I got like last year for Christmas, they got me, and I requested these. These were on my Amazon list. I enjoyed the hell out of Yakuza Like a Dragon. I got interested in the Yakuza series thanks to watching Lethal Feline stream the games. So I picked up Yakuza games, and they too sitting around waiting for me to eventually let's play them. So yeah, that's a good idea. I should play some of my Christmas loot. The problem is I already had a game in mind I was going to play, and it's not a Christmas loot game. It's one that's been hanging around for a long time waiting for me to play. So it's as smart as that logic was, that kind of wasn't something I had as a in mind was to play one of my new games. I got Tales of Ares and Tactics Ogre for Christmas, and then after Christmas for myself, just as a random thing, I picked up Atelier Riza, uh, something something in the secret hideout, whatever. Yeah, already I'm playing that with Lethal. But neither of those other two games, although I'd like to play them both eventually, they weren't really ones I had down for my next series. So I will go with what the majority said, and we will jump straight into the Lost and Damned. And Lost and Damned should take probably less than half the time, I would say, of Grand Theft Auto 4. Probably a lot less. Particularly because I'm not going to be playing around at all with friendship dates. I can't see that there's any point in that. I think they learned a bit from Grand Theft Auto 4, and you can go out on friendship activities with members of your motor gang, but it doesn't do anything. And you don't go out with them one on one. You and a group of friends get together and go out. It doesn't do anything for you really. So there's I feel like both of these DLCs will be a lot shorter, and I can still always finish Lost and Damned and say, you know what, take a break, then come back for Gay Tony later. That is always a thing we could do. But let's just get into starting Lost and Damned. Here we have the leader of the Lost and Damned, Senator Big Nose. I don't think it's really... Oh, it just occurred to me. There's a mission on this where I might have to actually do some censorship on this. There is one... I guess I'll just record it and see if I'm allowed to post it. What happens? There's a scene in this game. I don't know what they were thinking or why they did it, but there is a scene of, like, with Xbox 360 level of photorealism, full male frontal nudity. And it's played for laughs, but like they keep treating it like the camera's almost showing you, almost showing you, almost show you. Then it does. I probably shouldn't be spoiling this so far in advance, but in my goofing around off screen, I was like, "Whoa!" And yeah, I think traditionally people do have to edit that when they put it on YouTube. Wow. We'll see what happens. Anyway, Clean and Serene is our starting mission.
on, guys. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Is Rockstar referencing something with the biker gang guy in the wheelchair? Because they did that in the Warriors too, with the turnbull ACs.
Let's go.
I mean, referencing around something specific. The idea that a guy in a biker gang could, like, get in an accident and land up in a wheelchair is, I guess, not crazy. There is something, I guess you're entitled to your own opinion. There is something kind of badass and cool conceptually about motorbike gangs. Like in real life, if I ever encounter a bunch of guys riding in formation on like the highway, I always find it really irritating and I don't know, I can't ever picture myself joining one, but there is something kind of with the music and the cool camera angles. They make it seem pretty cool. And if there's anything like really overtly objectionable, like fuck these guys, I don't want to root for these guys, it would be the strong overtures. There's Nico being a jerk to somebody. Strong overtures of like racism and white supremacy, but we've got here, Rockstar has intentionally given us a motorcycle gang where our protag is Jewish, and we've got a black member. And if you have friends or you are involved with biker gangs, like I'm not saying biker gangs are always, there's black guys in biker gangs, but yeah, there's also, you can't honestly pretend you don't know why I'm referencing the idea that they might be connected with white supremacy. I'm not the only person who's ever seen a connection between the two. But that Rockstar's gone out of their way to make sure that is not what's going on with this gang. As a matter of fact, we will have a rival gang, where that's one of the reasons that we supposedly hate that gang, is that they're a bunch of skinhead fucks, as we call them. So they're trying to give us everything that's fun and cool about motorcycle gangs while taking away everything that would make you be like, ugh, I don't want to play as a guy from a motorcycle gang. We'll see how it works out.
You do understand what probation means?
Yes, sir.
It means that if you continue down that same path, you'll be locked up and calling some cellmate daddy within a month.
Yes, sir.
If I had it my way, we wouldn't waste our time. You'd be inside already.
Mr. Gray has made great progress. His share on willfulness was one of the
So they're just making fun of the idea that people can be rehabilitated.
Let's hope you don't live to regret that fate.
God works in mysterious ways.
In this case, it seems God is downright perverse. But I'll leave the salvation to you, gentlemen. You stay out of trouble.
Yes, Daddy.
Excuse me?
Yes, sir.
Daddy, sir? I thought your name was Sir Daddy.
Remember, it's a disease.
I know, Chad. I know. It's a disease. Meetings every day. Call you if I feel the need to use. Pray. I pray. In fact, I'm praying right now.
You're very willful.
Was very willful, Chad. Was very willful.
Now, I'm obviously making fun of you and your religion-based therapy, Chad.
You changed me. Gentlemen, shall we get the fuck out of here?
Hey, stay in touch.
Yo. Here you go.
About time.
It's about place. It's about time I smashed your face. It's about time, it's about space, sorry. Yeah, they just make fun of the idea that he might have had a conversion in prison, which is fine. But, like, the guys who, like, I guess the joke here is that if they had stuck around for another 30 seconds, they would know. I guess you can't arrest him for putting on his biker jacket, but, yeah, the idea that he's a recidivist,
Get me back to church.
pretty apparent here. So there's some pretty cool biker-themed rock on this soundtrack.
You know, John Boy, it was kind of hard. Harder than you think. I don't know what I'd rather go back to. Stents in the hall or a group of sheriff cluster fucks in that place. Okay. Whether it's train gangs in the showers or grown men crying and hugging in rehab, there's definitely an undeniable twinge of homosexuality in this fine
Okay.
You keep getting caught there, Billy. You can't stay away from it. Now, let's be clear. I keep getting caught because assholes like you ain't watching out for me. Don't question me. Sometimes you gotta look out for yourself, Billy.
Okay, well, we're starting out good friends with this guy.
Until I see the chapter. And you better had looked after my baby.
Well, what are you going to do if I didn't? Share with me? See, because we're tough bikers. We make fun of the idea of men sharing things. Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad we had that talk. Let's continue.
Welcome back, man.
So it's not specifically about motorcycles, I guess, but this song is. Oh, I sure hope this isn't a copyright strike, because this song, I've come to really associate this song with this game. Lost and Damned, just from my time goofing around trying to do missions to earn money.
Come on, give me that goddamn brother. Yes, at last.
Johnny, what's going on?
Not much, Bill. Usual stuff.
We missed you, Bill. So, aching for a fucking drink here?
Amiguito. Come on, just pour a Willie wetback.
Boys?
Some wet pussy and dry tequila.
Wet tequila and dry. Well, never mind. That's wrong.
So, Johnny boy, where's my bike?
You know where it is.
Let me rephrase the question. Where the fuck is my bike and where the fuck haven't you got it back for me?
Because you know where it is.
Are
I
you
figured
deaf?
you would go get it yourself.
Give me that whiskey. Are you fucking deaf?
No.
Then answer the goddamn question. Why the fuck haven't you got it back for me, friend, brother?
One word. Business. Like I told
So
you.
these
when
guys
we
are
were in
friends,
there.
right?
Or were you so busy playing holier than thou, you started believing your own bullshit?
Forgive me. You know, I've had a complicated few weeks.
Only imagine.
Shut up.
Shut up.
It's kind of hard. I think I acquired this touch of amnesia. What business is more important, Mr. 1980s yuppie big shot, than your best friend's bike when he's close to getting a 15-year stretch?
The business that pays his lawyer's fees. The business that puts food on all of our tables.
You know,
Business that we
our
are
sale
all
of
in
hair care
while you're out
products.
pretending to be safe.
Get my bike!
What am I, your fucking dog?
I told you you should have gotten back.
You told me. You told me. You don't tell me shit, you little fuck.
I feel like there's some anger here.
They were pissed, and they had a reason. Your bike chopped that girl's leg off. You put Joe Jones' nephew in a coma. The deadbeats kept the bike. And we needed the money.
We needed some balls. Some fucking heart. Something. Can't believe I'm hearing this shit.
Just because I killed some
I can't
people with my
believe I'm hearing
bike.
this. After everything we did for you, paid your rehab, paid your lawyer's fees, paid your rent, paid everything. Shit, we set stuff up for you. We do well, man, but it's time to be smart.
You're right, you're right. No, you're right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run right out and buy a condo, get a mortgage, 401k, then fold that over into an IRA and a CD.
He's not really gonna do that.
Fuck, man. Be smart. You be smart, you fucking chump. You're ridiculous. Have you got a healthcare plan?
Come on, Johnny, let's just get his bike. Come on.
Well, on your head be it.
It always is. It's called leadership.
Leadership is me sending you on a mission and staying back here.
Shit means a lot, man. Come on.
Johnny.
Yeah?
Wait, come here.
I'm gonna punch you.
Listen, man. Open up right now. You saw that shit I had to go through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really
The sharing.
frustrating, fucked up shit. Craziness, right? Okay, so I'm a little pissed off and I've been a bit of a prick lately. Come on, man. You and Angus built that bike for me? That's gotta stand for
I
something.
could build you another
Yeah,
bike.
you're right, brother. I'm gonna go get it. And you know what? Peace and prosperity be damned.
Peace and prosperity be damned, my brother. You are my brother, Johnny. Always.
The brother
Let's
who
go!
gets yelled at me about not having gotten my bike.
Hold on!
So I guess he just appeared and decided he's gonna come with us. Never mind.
You can use the guiding hand of your president on this noble quest. Shall we?
So they set up the whole cinematic as though he's not coming with you, but then it turns out he is. Okay. Anyway, so Lost in the Damned. What have we gathered so far? Well, they're a motorcycle gang. You are Johnny Klebitz. You're the vice president. Billy Gray is the president of the chapter. He couldn't have just gotten out from, like, they said a 15-year stint, but like that doesn't make sense. He couldn't have been running the chapter for 15 years and had him get out and just be like, "I want tequila in my like." I don't know. So I feel like he got off early for good behavior. I'm not clear on how long he served, but it could have been up to a 15-year stint. Because whatever had happened, it involved like people getting killed and a girl's leg getting chopped off by his motorcycle. Okay, and he was on heroin. Whether he was high on heroin while driving at that time, we don't know. So now we're gonna go get his bike back because apparently whatever happened, we decided to leave the bike with whoever has it for the sake of not causing trouble. But now that Billy Gray is back, peace and prosperity be damned. I have a feeling that might be a major theme of the story. I'll tell you this much, though. I played through this story. This was back when I was... I've been open about this in the series before. I was using this game as a thing. If I had like a Friday or Saturday night and I was, just hanging around the apartment on my own and wanted to have some whiskey and Coke, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe more than I should, possibly. But if I was just doing whiskey and Coke and was like, yeah, I might get a little silly, so I'm not going to record. This was one of the games I was playing, and I got to the point where I couldn't do anything useful in GTA 4 because there's not a whole lot of need for money in the game. So most of the things I was trying to do were like, oh, I'll do these side things to get you money and aren't part of the main story. But there's not that many. So for this game, I come to find out, oh, this game has turf wars. Sort of vaguely similar, I thought, to San Andreas. They're really not, and I guess we'll see turf wars later. This story makes you do one just to showcase what they are. But you do a bunch of them, like, and I mean a bunch of them, and it starts getting you better weapon drops. Like you get weapon drops at your hideout. Again, they're bringing back bits and pieces of what the PS2 era GTA games had that GTA 4 took out. Things that people missed, and one of them was like getting cool weapon drops to spawn outside of your home base because that really doesn't exist in GTA 4. And so they brought something like that back here, and they brought something called Drug Wars back in Ballad of Gay Tony. Why am I bringing all this up to say I played through? But I realized that in order to get far enough to unlock that, I'd played through like a third of the story missions, and I didn't feel like I'd played through that much. So I don't think the story is very long. It's going to take longer if I keep blathering, but the story's not that long. And I got a little bit of the story kind of accidentally spoiled for myself about the end of the story. But I don't really know in detail where the story's going, and I don't know anything about the story about a gay Tony. So that'll be nice, because I won't have to dick around and try not to drop hints about what's coming. I legitimately won't know. I do know what's coming in the short-term future, though, so let's go get this bike.
I'm the monkey on your back.
Let's hope Pretty Boy still knows where this thing is.
Guantanamo Avenue, boys.
So I ditched some of our biker gang by making a sudden random turn.
Look at me. Managed to avoid the prison, and I'm still ass to cock with a dude.
Yeah, well, I ain't too happy about it neither, man.
I guess he avoided prison outright with just
Happy about it, all right, John boy.
therapy or whatever.
Therapy shit and drinking the road's all I need.
Good to know.
You've been missing me all that time I spent sharing and caring and rehab?
Let's get your bike and save the emotions for later.
You know what, Johnny? You could do some of the trust exercises they got in there. I'm gonna blindfold you when we get back. All you gotta do is fall over and trust that your brother's gonna catch you. Can you do that?
You boys would be too drunk to catch VD, let alone 230 pounds of rapidly approaching middle age.
Heck, you are 230 pounds of Jewish biker, John boy. Faith's gotta come first.
Religion, Billy. Religion. I gave up on faith.
Johnny the Jew, Levin's the he. Good to be here, man. Good to fucking be here. What you problem?
What is he on about? I don't get that.
I'm the leader of the chapter again, Johnny, and you're just another brother. Can you handle it?
As long as you run the chapter right, we can all handle it.
I'll run it the way it needs to be run. Same as the three guys before me did, same as I'm doing now.
Same as you did while I was in rehab.
Kinda different. Before, all we cared about was having fun, brothers, getting shit-faced. Screw you, you get in our way, you're gonna get your teeth kicked in.
Thank you for sharing. And now what's it feel like to you, Jonathan?
Feels like knocking heads is a full-time job. Maybe if we stopped doing it for a minute, we'd look around and realize that the fun ended a long time ago.
Yeah?
Oh,
Well, I
wow.
signed up to be a brother for life, you ungrateful fuck. If you're in the law for the good times only, fair weather weekends and the careways, then you ain't in the law. You get me?
Chill out, man. I just hope when we decide to take a break, to slow down, that it's still an option on the table.
Let's do this.
Okay, well, I'm glad we had that talk. Yeah, they're trying to cram a lot of exposition in here quickly, and I'm not following all of it because I'm trying to drive, but I guess Johnny Klevitz is trying to maintain a quiet biker gang where they just go around, have fun, and don't get in a lot of trouble. I mean, we've seen him get involved in, like, massive police shootouts and missions he's in. The guy's not a coward. But he seems to feel like they're getting, like, when he says all we do is bust heads, like, without getting into a lot of specific, it seems like he just kind of thinks they're doing things that are involving, like, warfare with other gangs and are not profitable. But we're not getting a lot of detail at this point. It's just a lot of people saying fuck to each other. I like Billy's voice actor, but this is an example of a lot of really great individual rockstar dialogue lines. It'll be interesting to see if it really comes together into a story. The DLC doesn't have that long to build up a huge long-term story, but it seems to be getting to the new president's back and he's acting like an ass. That seems to be something they're wasting no time in getting to. Meanwhile, we're actually getting up here pretty close to this is the apartment Nico was in. Was up here, I think. One of these roads here was Nico's apartment. But we're over here in the industrial zone, where we just assume we know this bike is parked, and
This is the joint.
nothing has changed. Nobody's relocated the bike, for example.
Pretty boy.
Hey!
Where's the bike?
Oh, it's good to see you too, tough guys.
I like
what
Liberty
bike
City
you
Rock.
talking
How about
about
you?
exactly?
You know what we're talking about? Billy's bike.
Billy's bike? Jesus, man. It's been a long time. I thought he was dead. What's he wanted for?
To ride into the
sell for
afterlife.
crack, right? Hey,
Shut up.
listen. You know how it is. Things passed hands. Parts been changed up. Hard to say if that chopper's even around anymore.
Is Billy with you? Because he was riding on your back a minute ago.
Hey, good to see you, Bill. Man, I thought you was dead.
Jim, start up the bike.
Whoa, hold on. No, wait.
Yeah, you
Please.
don't want this.
No, 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 no.
Where?
Oh wow, they didn't start off gentle here.
Fuck. Okay, listen. The Angels of Death took it to that place in Northwood.
What the fucking
That's all I
Angels
know,
of Death?
please. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I don't think he killed him, but he probably just broke his parole. Because he just gave that guy a big fat slash in the face.
All right then. Let's wrap this up. Love Dempsey.
I guess we're gonna find out what the copyright strikes are on this station because it's our default.
You really gone south, haven't you, Johnny? You know, you could do with a stretch in the joint. Might harden you up.
Or soften you up.
What about
Different
an eye for
spots.
an eye and all that shit? You should have been the one making that guy pay for holding out.
Enough of that shit. We got more things to worry about than respect and stupid kid stuff. We gotta keep business afloat or we're fucked.
You just don't get it, do you? This is what it's about. This, not that money shit.
Picking on that one guy. That's how our gang functions.
Give me a stiff drink, some hot dogs, the road, and my chopper. That's all I need. Maybe an occasional bit of the hole. Wouldn't be mad if I didn't need that now, would I? How's Ashley?
Well, I mean,
She's
oh,
single?
What about your brothers, man? Ain't you in it for the love?
Ashley, I think, is Johnny's girlfriend, so...
Is about the lost. I don't exist without my brother, without you. You don't get that, then you don't get nothing, John boy.
I was trying to see if I could see the guys behind us on camera, and
It's tough love you're showing them.
Lost for Life, NWO. Now, Johnny is preternaturally good at staying on the bike, otherwise this would be an entire DLC of you flying off the bike constantly as you drive around the city way too fast. So thanks to my chit-chattery, it doesn't look like we're going to finish this mission in the first video, but I am going to go ahead and call it a little bit early, and when we come back next time, we will be meeting up with, let's just say, our, they're not our brothers, because they're not in the same gang, but they're like our cousins over in the Angels of Death. Another biker gang I'm sure that we're on good terms with. We'll see you next time.